Today we are going to be making this cute shark hooded blanket. It's got some teeth on it and a fin in the back. If I could go back and change one thing about the blanket, I would make it wider. So in the video I say to do a 32 by 32 cut. You want to do a 42 inches long. For this project, you are going to need two pieces that are 7.5 by 4.5. You're going to need 16 pieces that are 3.5 by 3.5. You're going to need two pieces front and back that are 32 by 32 for the main part of the blanket. And then for the hood, you're going to need a piece that is 17 by 15 inches. With your 3.5 by 3.5 piece, you're going to draw a straight line across corner to corner, cut that in half. You will have 16 triangles, and these are going to be the teeth. We are going to hand draw the fin on our 7.5 by 4.5 piece. So what you want to do is mark 2 inches from the right, and that's going to be the tip of the fin. Then you are just going to draw a curved line that goes to the bottom. From there, you're going to come out a little bit and then go in. And at about 3 inches, you're going to curve it and bring it to the corner. Then you're going to cut that out. First thing you're going to sew will be all of your teeth. So with pretty sides facing, you're just going to stitch the sides. You're not going to stitch the bottom, which is the long end. Go ahead and clip your corners. Just make sure to not clip the seam. And turn them right side out. Poke your corner out as best you can. Take your fin and you are just going to stitch on the sides. Don't stitch the bottom. Once you've got that sewn together, clip your corners, or corner, I should say, and turn it right side out. Now that we've got our teeth pieces all sewn together, we are going to take them, and the long side that we did not stitch, we are going to line up with the raw edges at the bottom on the 17-inch side of your hood. Take the back side of your hood and place it pretty sides facing. If you have a pattern, make sure that pattern is going the correct way. And just line it up. And then we are going to pin all of the teeth pieces down. When you pin it, make sure this piece doesn't slide up, because then it's not going to get sewn in and it'll look funny. And you can clip around. If you just have pins, that's okay. You can just pin it as well. I'm using clips because it doesn't take as long. I actually forgot to mention, we are going to leave the side opposite of where our teeth are open. So don't stitch this side. All right, once you've got it stitched, you're going to cut your corners. Okay, go ahead and turn it right side out. So I only used 5 teeth. I should have made the ones on the end a little bit shorter, because As you can see, it's kind of funny right there, but that's okay. So what we're going to do next is we are going to fold our hood in half, and we are going to cut 7 inches up. So just take your scissors, put it on the inside, and cut. Take your fin, and with the part that curves towards the inside, you're going to put that towards the back. So you want this side towards the teeth. You're just going to lay it on the raw edges where at the top of the line where you cut. Now fold the blanket back over, pretty sides facing. Make sure that fin is in there. And we're just going to stitch down this line. You kind of want to do it at an angle. Let me see if I can draw it so you can see. Kind of like a dart, or actually it is a dart. So like this. If you have a serger, you can serge the dart. If not, you can just cut the fabric as close to the stitches as possible, or you can cut it about 1 centimeter out from the stitch line and do a zigzag stitch over the ends so they're not poking out. I would probably do the zigzag stitch myself. Take your back piece of the blanket, or whatever side is your pretty piece, lay that flat. Then you are going to take your hood piece, and with the side that you want facing on the top of the hood, you're going to put that face down on this piece and put it at the top. So make sure your pattern is going the correct way and it's at the top. And then you're going to center it in between, or center it on the fabric. And take the inside piece, or the side that you want placed that touches your skin, and you are going to put it pretty side facing right on top. Now I like to pin where I've got multiple layers, and then the rest, the other 3 sides, I'm just going to clip. If you are using Minky, I suggest pinning all around and do it every 1.5 to 2 inches. When you go to sew with Minky, you want to sew slow, so that way your fabric isn't pushing out as much. It's going to push out a little bit, but if you have all those pins and you go slow, there'll be minimal pushing out of the fabric, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to take this over to the sewing machine. We're going to stitch each side. However, one side you're going to leave about a 6 to 8 inch gap so you can turn the fabric right side out. I'm going to cut off some of the extra fabric here. And turn your blanket right side out. Okay, one thing that I forgot to do, and I'll try to add into the correct part, but I forgot to connect this, so it's just a flap right now. So what we're going to do to fix this is fold this in half. And with a heat erasable fabric pen, I am just going to start at like the tip of where the tooth is. Actually, I'm going to have to do it now. And make sure you're not going to cut your tail. So fold the fabric. Okay, I've got about 2 inches from the seam to the edge of the fabric. So fold your fabric, and where the tip of the tooth is, you're just going to draw a circle. It's okay if it's not even, but then you're going to cut along that line. Now I'm just going to use my serger for these ends. Again, if you don't have a serger, you can cut this and do a zigzag stitch along the edge. Okay, now we are going to do a top stitch around the blanket. Don't worry about going around the hood. Just go in a square. You want to make sure that your raw edges that you left open so you can turn the fabric right side out are tucked in before you start sewing. I'm doing blue for my top stitch, and I hope I have enough left to complete it. And here is your cute, well, baby's gonna be bigger than this, but your cute little blanket.